Oh, hi there. Welcome to the bonus sealed rounds for the Loading Ready Run Modern Horizons 2 pre-release. We enjoyed our decks so much playing in the titular pre-release, PPR for short, that we thought we would play some additional matches of Magic the Gathering. Today, I have Kathleen.
That's me.
And I have Serge.
Oh, hi there.
And of course, yes, I am Wheeler, but I'm not the one playing. We got a real slugfest here between a couple of decks looking to jam-a-lam their own ding-dongs. Of course, if you want to watch the full PPR, it's over at twitch.tv/LoadingReadyRun, or even better yet, because if you're watching this, it's on youtube.com/LRRMTG. But this is the current, and time is all abstract, so how about we play some Magic?
Woohoo.
Let's do it.
Great.
Kathleen, you won the die roll, is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm going to play first, but I would just like to make it known that there will be no jam-a-lemming of any ding-dongs of any sort in this match.
You're
That is
kidding me.
fair.
Neither of you have 2-drops?
No, actually. Go ahead, Serge.
You have a very slight phone in the top of your shot, by the way.
Oh, my headphone. Hi.
No, telephone.
Me?
Look at your swamp and then go straight up.
Oh. Those are my tokens.
Oh, I thought it looked exactly like a phone. That's so wild.
Oh, no, my phone's very old. You can see it, you can tell it by the dark shadow it casts over everything because of its enormous girth.
I
Okay,
passed to
and
you. I play this whitey blacky enter tappy land.
Alright, perfect. I'm gonna play a plains, and I'm gonna play something that I never got to play in the main PPR. It's my Ornithopter of Paradise.
Oh.
Of course, I am playing a little bit of a 3-color deck, and I've drawn, like, literally, I think I'm only running 1 plains because I have basic plains cycle. Like, I have like cards with basic land cycling,
Yeah.
and I've been really good at drawing it this whole time. Go ahead, Serge.
Remember playing against Graham, and the poor guy could not get his white source ever. Very upsetting. I think I go Fairgrounds Patrol. So this is a 2-mana 2/1 human soldier, and it has the ability for 1 and a white. I may exile it from my graveyard to make a 1/1, and then I will pass to you.
All right, a 1/1.
Pardon me, this is a 2/1, and I can exile it to make a 1/1 Thopter.
Right. I'm gonna draw my land.
Ooh.
Well, that's exciting. I'm gonna tap my Ornithopter of Paradise and this swamp, and I'm gonna play a Rakdos Headliner.
Yeah, I thought so. Your 3/3 hastes. I haven't had to face these yet. They seem miserable.
Chew.
I will absolutely take 3.
All right, go ahead, Serge.
Untap. Draw for the turn. One of these fangled lands that enters play tapped. This is the blue-green one called Tanglepool Bridge. Wait, are they all called Bridge? Did I only just get that now?
I guess that makes sense. They're connecting to different biomes.
Yeah. How do I
All right, so Sir.
not die? I pass. Yes?
It's a little early for, discussions about mortality, isn't it?
Wheeler,
right,
do you want to subtract my life total by 3 so you get a mortality?
Do I?
Please. Well, I mean, I don't want to cheat, but I could, not take 3 damage.
Wasn't even paying attention.
That's all.
I'm gonna untap. I have a Rakdos Headliner trigger. I have to discard a card. I'm gonna discard this Necrogoyf, and so I'm gonna cast it for its madness cost.
I think I might be in some world of pain and/or death here.
Well, we'll see. It's kind of an annoying card.
Oh, it's a 0/4 so far. Aha!
So far, but
Yeah.
still, it's out, and it's gonna turn on. Necrogoyf's power is equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyard. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card.
Right, of course. Okay.
So I'm going to attack you with my Rakdos Headliner again.
Kathleen, did you draw for your turn by
Oh.
chance?
Oh, no, I didn't, but I'll do that. Ooh, that's a good draw, actually.
Sometimes you get
but
so
I'm gonna-
excited for the Necrogoyf that you don't even bother going too fast there.
I know.
What do I do? I'm taking 3 again. Taking 3 is bad, but putting creatures in my graveyard for the Necrogoyf is also bad. I'll chump block.
All right.
Block with the Fairgrounds Patrol.
All right. Necrogoyf's now a 1/4.
I see that.
I'm going to play my land for the turn, which is a Drossforge bridge. That's another bridge. And it enters the battlefield tapped. So I am going to say go ahead.
All right, untap. Upkeep, I have to discard a card. I'm going to discard this Glorious Enforcer. It's a 7 mana 5/5 angel. Draw for the turn. Oh, hello there, little friend. I'm going to play my very own Drossforge bridge.
Oh,
As is my right.
Serge is getting all his mana online.
And I'm going to cast this Fey Offering. It's a 3-mana enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, if I cast a creature and a non-creature spell, I may put into play a clue, a food token, and a treasure, and I will pass.
Oh, Serge, that card's so cool.
It's very neat. I have another rare that anytime I would make 1 token, I get to make all 3 instead, which can result in some just beautiful explosions of value, but I don't know if we'll get there or not.
I'm gonna draw for the turn, or I'm gonna have to pay, or I have to pay for Necrogoyf's ability. So I'm gonna put this Gilt Blade Prowler into my graveyard. I'm gonna draw for the turn. All right. Let's see. Well, I'm going to play this Sword of Hearth and Home.
Pardon?
And I can't equip it yet.
You do have the Ornithopter, unless you want to keep mana up, but up to you.
Oh, I do have the Ornithopter. It's only equipped 2. Ooh, excellent. Anyhow, Sword of Hearth and Home. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from green and from white.
Yeah.
And whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature card. Look for a land.
Thanks, I
Blink
hate
a
it.
creature and get a land. And you're right. I am going to use this Ornithopter because it can't attack. And I'm going to put my Sword of Hearth and Home on my Necrogoyf.
Cool. Okay, good.
That I'm gonna declare attacks. There are
1, 2,
3
3.
creatures in graveyards right now.
Take 8?
Yes.
I go to 9.
Uh,
Go to 9.
so trigger. I'm gonna
Yeah.
blink my Rakdos Headliner, and I'm gonna go looking for a land.
Okay.
What land do I want?
Ooh. May I use this for a very weirdo
This land.
game interaction that a lot of people miss, and that might also be play assistance in a slight way.
No, I think in
What
the,
did I
in the
do
spirit of
wrong?
Ariel Axe, we should absolutely talk
Yeah,
about this.
because Echo is a heck of an ability where Echo actually just triggers on its controller the next upkeep of the controller if it entered play. So you would, I mean, for a madness deck, it could be a buff, but this means that you will have to be able to discard a card to your 3/3 in order to pay for its Echo cost on your next
Right.
upkeep.
So what you're saying is I really, really want to blink my Ornithopter of Paradise, please and thank you.
Yeah. But it's
So I don't.
Can you blink nothing and still search for land? I think you can.
Yeah.
Up to 1 target creature you control. You don't
so
have
even
to.
have to blink if you don't
yeah.
want to.
That's just
true.
a thing where Echo, because it's on creatures, people always just kind of assume play it, next upkeep, do a thing. But you know, it just doesn't pop up a lot. So
Oh, and then I put the land into play, which is
It's like
ridiculous.
untapped too. Yeah, it's a very good sword.
Just says put it onto the battlefield under your control.
yeah.
So I had a
Alright.
super cool line, which your sword has kind of negated for me, Kathleen.
Go ahead.
All right, on my upkeep, I'm going to discard Dahada's Ploy.
That sounds like a sorcery.
It's an instant, but yeah, pretty much. So I've got this Late to Dinner, which is a 4-mana reanimate spell. which is going to put Glorious Enforcer into play and create a food token. However, my giant 5/5 lifelink angel with lifelink doesn't block a pro-white creature with a sword all that well at all, which is perhaps a little bit unfortunate here.
Glorious Enforcer.
This is a 5/5 Glorious Enforcer angel. So it's an angel, it's got 5/5, it's got flying and lifelink, and at the beginning of each combat, if I have more life than my opponent, that gains double strike.
Oh.
But I am quite far
terrible.
behind and quite incapable of blocking that sword. Pass.
Oh, that's fun. Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Respond to Necrogoyf's trigger. Discard this Rustveil Bridge.
Okay. Cards in hand out of curiosity?
Uno. Draw
Okay,
for the turn.
Yeah.
Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. I'm going to cast... I've never not cycled this. World Weary on your 5/5. It gets -4/-4, so it's an
that's
enchantment.
An enchantment, right? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my angel is
So
so
now-
tired. My 7-mana 1/1.
Let's see.
All right, it is now weary.
Well, you know what? To the fold go the spoils. Maybe you won't block it. I'm going to declare attacks. So this is a 3/3, and this is a... How many creatures are in graveyards right now?
I currently have 1 because I reanimated my other one, and you have how many in your graveyard?
And I have 1 in my graveyard.
So that's you're attacking for 7.
Yes.
Attacking for 7 is really frustrating. No blocks. I'll go to 2.
Okay, I'm going to link my Ornithopter of Paradise. I'm going to go looking for a land and put it into play. I'll get this swamp. And I will say go.
All right, untap. Upkeep. I will sacrifice this Knighted Mirror. Draw for the turn. Oh! That's very good.
Oh no. I'm gonna be so out of gas.
How do I not die here?
Well...
Shush, Wheeler.
I've drawn all of the optimal cards in my deck in the optimal order.
You have 1 creature in graveyard currently?
1 creature in graveyard currently.
I do this. Get rid of that. Brain is hard. I'm going to start by paying 3 mana, and I'm going to cast Crack Open to destroy your sword and make a treasure token.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right,
that's
so now I
fair.
at least have the ability to block if I want to. Now the question is, what block for more? You have 1 creature in your graveyard? I'm sorry, I just asked that.
Yes, I have 1 creature in my graveyard.
2
I'll put it on top.
at 2. So I'd have to block and chump if I did that. They're both worth 3 life. Okay. It's good to know. I'm going to pay 1 and sacrifice this treasure token to exile Fairground Patrol from my graveyard to make a 1/1 Thopter. Now, unfortunately, that's an activated ability, not a spell. So at the beginning of my end step, if I've cast a creature and a non-creature spell, I should get this to trigger, but I activated ability and cast a spell, so I don't actually get the Fey Offering for the more value, which is very upsetting. Because in a different world, things are different and better for me. I will pass to you.
That ability, that enchantment, it's an enchantment, right?
Correct.
That enchantment seems incredibly cool. I'm gonna discard to Necroglyph. I'm gonna discard my Harmonic Prodigy.
Good card.
Then I'm gonna draw for the turn.
Good card. Great band.
I'm gonna play another Rakdos Headliner, and I'm going to declare attacks.
That's really bad. All right, I think I'm dead. I think I could chump with a lifelink on one and then have it answer the turn after, but nope, I'm dead. All right, let's go to game 2.
Oh, what a good draw.
GG.
I put our special LRR PPR team of scientists and investigators on the case of trying to find a downside of that 2-mana 3/3 with haste. And they've came back with nothing. That card is just all gas all the time.
Choo choo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Choo choo. That was that was like me drawing. That's like the living the dream play for that deck.
Well, heck yeah. Curving into your aggressive things, discarding into your other aggressive things.
Yeah. Like I drew that and I was like, what better target? I have the land, I can cast it. I don't care about anything else.
Just in my head, to be me that particular game, I'm like, okay, I can discard my Angel to the Lufgoyf. I've got a Reanimate spell in hand. It's a little slow because all of my lands interplay tap, so it'll be like turn 5, but yeah, that's good. And then I see the Sword of Protection from white. I'm like, okay, we can race this. It's fine. And then you give it -4, -4. And I'm like, it's just,
Sorry, Serge.
Just the emotional roller coaster that's going on. I'm trying to have a poker face as I go through, like, okay, what's the best way out of here? And just being like, God, and weird, like, because every time you're like, okay, I have a way out and that door closes. I'm like, I have a way out and that door closes. I'm like, all right, whatever. So it goes. That's magic. I don't have to apologize. That was a fun game.
Oh, that was. I have to say, the Sword of Hearth and Home works so well with the Necroglyph, because obviously, you know, you ideally you don't want to pitch all your spells, right? Like you need gas if you're an aggro deck. But like with that, I was able to pitch land because I could just go get land. Yep. So
not fall behind. Yeah, I definitely. Oh no, I definitely stumbled a bit mana-wise that game as well. But that's fine. That's what happens when you play a greedy 5-color deck. As sometimes your greedy mana base just says no, and then just like bops you.
Well, that was really? My deck running perfectly and drawing all my good rares at once. So
I'm sorry, Wheeler. Have you never stumbled once with your greedy mana bases? Just always have it all the time?
Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me, dude. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't catch me doing that.
Okay, that's fair. Good luck to you, my friend. I'm going to start with this basic plains and say, go to you.
All right, I'm going to draw for the turn.
I think I would have liked to have a dual land turn one, but you know, here we are.
Well,
times are tough.
Go ahead.
Okay, I ripped it off the top. And what I meant by that is basic swamp. Go ahead.
I mean, you still have multiple colors though, so that's good, I think.
Yeah. Kathleen doesn't have a hasty 3/3.
Go ahead.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh.
Not in this hand, actually.
Let's go for the perfect Abzan mana base here. I'm going to play this Marble Gargoyle. This is a 3-mana 2/2 with flying, and for a white, it butt breathes. That's right, it pumps its booty. And it's weird. This is actually an artifact creature, but the old border makes it indistinguishable from a white spell, apparently. So, go to you.
All right, I'm going to draw for the turn.
There's got to be a better name than butt breathing.
I'm going to play a swamp.
Well,
I'm going to play a card I'm deeply confused about and probably am using wrong, and I'm going to play Mages of the Bridge. It's a 4/4. He's bridge from below.
Yes.
So, I know. So basically, but he doesn't block a flyer.
But you do race me better than I race you.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do, but he doesn't have haste or anything, so I'm
Okay.
going to say go ahead.
All right, untap. White source off the top. Why did I say white source? I meant dual land off the top, which I also did not get.
Well, you
Did
got
you
what
get the
you
white
asked for,
source?
though.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say, yeah. Well, no, actually, I didn't draw land. I had that one in hand. I'm going to hit you for 2 in the air, Kathleen.
I take 2 in the air.
Great.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whenever a creature... Okay, so I can actually chump block with this Nettle Cyst pretty well. So this is a living weapon, Nettle Cyst, and it gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment that I control. So the current power level of the bonus that Nettle Cyst gives is 2.
Oh,
This
'cause
germ
you've got-
token is currently a 2/2.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I pass. This is a card I'm very excited to play in Highlander.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. This thing is gonna hit for so much.
It's terrifying, Serge.
It's gonna kill
terrifying.
people. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It casts off Workshop, Wheeler.
Yeah. Sure does. Sure does.
This set was made for me. Well, I mean, this set was made for a lot of Magic people, but me in particular.
All right. I'm going to play a Kitchen Imp. Not with Madness. It's a 2/2 flying with haste.
Ah, cool.
And I'm just not sure. Okay, so like if I attack with Magus, you either chump it and then you lose a creature and I lose my Magus.
Yes, so I can trade my germ token for your 4/4.
Yeah, it dies to basically anything. You know, but if my creatures die, I get 2/2s. So it sort of rewards me for like laying back with this thing and only blocking with it, or only sending it into an empty board, basically.
Yeah. Bridge from Below is a profoundly unfair card with the proper setup.
But I'm not sure this is the right setup, right?
Yeah, I think that unless you're doing incredibly synergistic things with it, like sacrificing a bunch of creatures to make other creatures or for value purposes, it's kind of serving as my big creature is ideally going to trade with your other big creature.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you attack, I can just make a bunch of trades, and I can order the triggers that I at least I can get a zombie out of it. So I'm going to stay back, and I'm going to say, go ahead, Serge.
All right, untap, draw for the turn.
I'm sure giving Serge's deck more time to do its thing is going to be great.
Ooh, I have a very interesting line here, and I wonder if this works the way I want it to. It does work the way I want it to.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to cast Loathsome Curator. This is a 5-mana 5/4 with Exploit and Menace. When it exploits a creature you control, destroy target creature you don't control with mana value 3 or less. So I'm going to sacrifice this Phyrexian Germ to exploit and kill your flyer.
Ooh,
and now,
give
me a second here. So we now have...
I'd like to interrupt to make sure that that's a legal target, because I don't believe it is, because the Kitchen Imp is a 4-mana creature.
Oh, I thought she cast it for 2. No, she definitely cast it for 4.
Would you like to rewind to a spot where you can make a different play and set of actions? Alrighty.
So I've got this cool play that's going to work the way I want it to. I'm going to pay a black and a green, and I'm going to equip the Nettle Cyst onto my flyer. Now, my poor Germ is like, oh no, I'm a 0/0, and state-based actions are going to kill it, so a creature has entered my graveyard.
Which exiles my Magus of the Bridge.
Yeah, so your Magus goes away. So the other line I had, and just to think it through, let's say theoretically that worked. So when this dies, there's a delayed trigger. As soon as it gets priority, that puts her Magus trigger is going to die above it. And then I have my kill spell. It's active player, non-active player order. So does her... Would her Magus die before And it would be in the
So-
graveyard before I kill the spell, so she wouldn't get a 2/2, or would she still get a 2/2 from that, Wheeler?
So the creature ETBs, there's exploit. You select to sack the creature, and
Yep.
then there are 2 triggered abilities. You need to select a target for yours, but you are active player, so that's going to resolve last. It gets put on the stack first.
That's what I thought,
so,
yeah. And then so it goes put on the stack, and then Kathleen's get put on the stack above it. So when my Loathsome Curator trigger resolved, it would kill the Magus, and she wouldn't get a 2/2 if that worked out. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So that was the play that was totally not legal, but
Mhm.
for everybody knows. Kathleen, I'm going to attack for 4 in the air.
I get forward.
Okay, pass.
And just to make things groovy, that Magus is also exiled.
Mm.
Yeah.
Doesn't go to the graveyard.
Right. I'm gonna play this mountain.
Mm.
And let's see. I'm gonna play a Viashino Lash Claw.
Card seems very good in your deck.
Yeah.
I can discard a card to give creatures I control haste until end of turn.
God, I love that card.
Hmm.
What is the stats on your thing?
This is currently a 4/4 flying, and for every white mana, which I have 3 open, I can pump its booty by 1 point.
Right. Well, I can't block it, so I may as well attack. I guess I could chump it. I don't think I'm quite at chumping yet.
All right, I go down to 16.
All right, go ahead, Serge.
Untap. Untap. Draw a blue source. Sure didn't draw blue source. Attack you for 4.
Take 4.
I'm going to cast
I'll
this
jump next
Loathsome Curator
Yeah.
and choose not to exploit anything and pass.
All right.
Because
That's
exploit is a
fair.
May. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll just settle for a 5/4 with Menace.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Would you like this card if it was like a 4/3 with Menace for 5 with exploit? The fact that it's a 5/4 for 5 is very reasonable.
No, well, I feel like 4 and 3 are very similar toughness points for creatures with Menace, you know?
Right.
If that makes sense. And like, I like that you don't have to just sit on it if you really can't afford to. Like, you can play it. It's a legitimate clock and a
I mean,
legitimate card.
that's what we did, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's great.
That's 5 mana that Kathleen is tapping.
I'm gonna play an Obsidian Charmaw. So this is another card that is just, I don't think it's good in this situation. In the fact that it's a 4/4 dragon for 5. I get no discount because you don't have any lands that produce colorless. And even if you did have any dual lands out, I wouldn't be able to destroy them and hose
other
you.
than Yavimaya, I don't think you have any live targets. For what it's worth, though, Kathleen, we're calling that card probably the standout card for Canadian Highlander the entire set.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We think
Yeah, it
its
seems
dragons can be
super
absolutely
powerful, but just
impressive.
not in
Yeah.
sealed.
In sealed, it's just like, oh, I enjoy 5 mana 4/4 flyers, I guess. But, you know.
I mean, I put it in my deck. It was I was like, this is a big flyer. How much does it cost you the butt breathing on that thing, sir?
Single white pip, and I am tapped out currently.
Oh, but you could turn it into a 4/7. Oh.
Yeah, I can turn it upwards of a 4/7, correct.
Yowza.
Yowzers. Yowzy dowsies. All right, well, I'm going to tap Viashino Lashclaw to give my team haste. And then I'm going to put Archfiend of Sorrows into the graveyard.
Ooh.
My whole team's going to get -2/-2 soon and get swung at. Cool.
Well, what choice do I have here? So I guess I'm chumping that thing.
You woke up
with
today and
my
chose
kitchen
violence. I
next
like
turn.
it. I can take 4 and go down to 12.
Oh.
Got ourselves a game.
Go ahead, Serge.
All right,
Powerful
untap,
violence.
untap, untap.
I'm going to take 5 on the ground, though, so, like, it's not great.
Draw for the turn. I'm going to play Fey Offering again.
Oh, no.
There's now another enchantment in play, so this gets +1/+1. So, what are the chances that I die next turn? You're going to, what is the unearth cost on your graveyard thing? Is it 5 or 4?
5. It's 5.
5? You currently have access to 6 mana?
Yes.
Cards in hand?
2.
2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I appear to be dead on board if I swing out. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Generally, what we in the industry call bad is, dying. Yeah,
usually
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I swing out and she just attacks outwards, that's exactly 12, which is exactly Daub.
Mm-hmm.
What if I don't want a Daub? You ever think of that, Wheeler?
Yeah, I try not to die. I like that, especially when it's on board, if I can.
See the lethal that's my opponent put right in front of me?
Yeah. I mean, I say that, but I'm absolutely guilty of that.
Yeah. Oh man, there's no worse feeling than attacking and being like, oh wait, I just die on the crackback.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can attack with one of my creatures. The thing in your graveyard, it's a 3/4 or a 4/3? What is it?
It's a 4/5.
4/5? Why is its booty so thick?
Because it's angry.
That's demons. Demons are just built different, dude.
You can't even see its booty on the card art. Like, it's just like, it's like a long tunnel of demon that's just going back into the light. And at the bottom of that is a huge booty, I guess.
Sorry, are you talking about me or the card in your graveyard?
There's a lot of similarities. I can see where the confusion would arise.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
I'm going to attack you for 5 with Menache.
I'm going to take 5.
All right, go to 7. I'm going to pass. I don't think she can double spell, which is good. So I think I live. But we'll see. I think that's a good attack. I don't think I can not attack. This doesn't trade favorably with anything because it goes down to a 3/2 if she does the unearth and swing out attack. But I think leaving this back is good.
So it's a 4/4 that become a 4/6.
This is currently a 5/5 because I have
Right.
1, 2, 3 artifacts or enchantments, and I have the ability to pump its toughness twice. So it's a 5/5 that can become a 5/7.
Right. And then when this comes out, it'll be a 3/3 that become a 3/5.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I can eat your
annoying.
2/2s or chump block your 4/4.
You wouldn't be a chump. It wouldn't be a chump block. You could just.
You're right.
or,
You're right.
yeah,
I could
you-
bounce your 4/4 or eat your 2/2.
Yeah.
So I did the math the way I did. Your deck's really cool, Kathleen.
Thank
And
you.
scary.
I'm just trying to think but the thing is, say I go all out now, Serge, right?
This one time sensei.
Then I'm dead, right? I'm super dead. And I don't think it's worth me going all out to get, like, what do I get out of
2 or something like that, and you'd lose a creature and you die on the crackback.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't win me this game, right? So I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, with the information that we have at hand, I think I was pretty safe with that attack, but you could have drawn anything. Drawing anything is bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you had land and the Rakdos haste creature, I'm in a much more awkward spot because I have to block one of your 4/4s and I take a bunch of damage, and I think I die? I can't remember. Or if you have a removal spell for 2 or something like that, I'm also pretty dead.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if I let's see, if I just unearth this thing and I send it in, then you just take it. You take 4. I'm in no different of a position. I'm looking at chumping next turn. Like, this is bad. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think I'm going to actually. I'm just going to develop my board a little bit.
Oh, the haste thing is terrifying. Yeah, if you had land haste thing, I'm in a world of trouble.
Yes, I had just drawn the haste thing, actually. But that's okay. So
God, I was so close to dead there. Holy crap. What is your deck?
yeah. But now I'm like, where do I attack here? Because like anything I send in, unless it's my, you see, if I send anything I send in except my Char Maw is just gonna get eaten, and I don't really feel like sacrificing 2 creatures to punch in and then not having this back to block, right? But can it effectively? Yeah. Let's see. It's very annoying. So maybe I can hope to eat the Gorgon next turn. That thing is going to kill me in the air. Depending on what you cast, you could use your whole turn giving it butt breathing, so you eat my thing. Oh, I don't think I attack. Go ahead.
I like not attacking. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's just a 3/3. Like, you still have it next turn if you want, but you don't even necessarily need to. And adding 3 power to a double block on the menace creature is probably enough to kill it off, even if, Nettle Cyst finds its way over to the Gorgon. So it just makes things awkward for both of you, but it's more passively awkward than aggressively awkward.
I play an artifact land that makes the thing now have 6 power. All right, so there's the blue source I needed. Am I just dead if I sit back here now? I have 2 blockers. No, I'm not dead. Am I dead? I kill your 3/3. And this is now big enough that I kill any of your 4/4s. And then I take 1, 2... Take 8. Okay, I don't die, again, unless you have another card. Oh, this is so tense! I like this. Go to you, Kathleen.
All right. Untap. I've got to discard a card to Headliner. I'm going to discard this Well, no, I'm going to discard this Revolutionist just in case I draw a white source. I'm going to draw my card for the turn. Not a white source, but it is a land.
God, I'm super dead if you hit that. Yeah. Oh, no! All right. Good, cool.
Let's see. I should have kept that. I should have done that the other way around. I should have kept this because it would get my spell back. But, we'll see. All right, so... Now I've got a 3/3 and I can attack. Oh, why did I discard my Revolutionist? I really wish I hadn't done that. I may have just thrown this game away by getting super greedy for off-chance goodness.
Well, yeah, there's a weird chance where you actually, you pitch the Vindicate, and then you can cast it and just get it right back.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. I could just cast that card, this creature.
So then you have you're tapped out. You have the 3/3 in play, but then you still have the Vindicate.
Yeah,
I'm okay with you changing that around if you want to go that way. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
All right. So now I can cast a 3/3 and get my Vindicate back. Yeah, I should have done that.
I think that just makes this really, really interesting, right? God, this game's terrifying.
I still don't think I have any attacks, though. Right?
Developing your board in an interesting way.
Yeah. And then I still haven't unearthed my Archfiend, so it's sitting there
taunting us?
Threatening to make things bad.
It's just threatening the all-in turn, right? We both know it's there. It's going to kill us at some point. I'm just sitting here sweating. My land entered play tapped.
Yeah.
All right.
So
now I have a 3/3 in play as well. I have a second 3/3.
Yes, you do.
And a Vindicate in hand, which you know about. All right. Go ahead.
All right, deck. This is the turn. If you wouldn't mind an untapped
you've got the blue source.
I want another untapped blue source. Okay.
That's very greedy, Serge.
What do you mean pretty greedy?
It's not greedy at the PPR, right?
Thank you, Wheeler. Thank you. Okay. White, blue, and a green. I'm going to play this Chrome Courier. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 2
Another
cards. I have a
flyer.
Fairground Patroller and I have a Tangle Pool Bridge. I'm going to put the Patrol into the graveyard, the Bridge into my hand. I'm going to gain 3 life.
15.
Activated ability is also not a creature. But that's fine. That's not a good blocker. Crap. I was so clever. Alright, that puts me to 15, which is good. But, like, flashing this back as a blocker to chump the 1/1 just makes more thing die. Make more thing die bad. But if I play this as well, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 2, 4, 6. This is now an 8/8 in the sky. So if I attack, it kills. It trades for Kathleen's 2/2. And then I have 1 blocker on the crackback. I have 1 blocker on the crackback. 2, 3, 4. I'm at 15 now. That changes everything. That changes everything!
This is some sweaty magic, Serge.
Yeah, I
This is
love it.
good.
This is fantastic. So I take 3, 6. It's not lethal. Okay, it's not lethal. That's the important thing. Unless, of course, she draws the white source for Vindicate, in which case I'm dead either way. No, that's not true. But I have to attack. I have to attack.
Sweaty magic.
I attack.
I have to chump with my kitchen imp.
Yeah, it's an 8/8 currently. All right, I've played a land for the turn. I've played a creature spell for the turn, but no spell for the turn. Bay Offering still does absolutely muffin. I pass.
Pumping your thing. Pumping your nettle cyst.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making... Well, it's like, it's beyond lethal now. Oh, actually, what I'm supposed to do... Do you mind if I do my own little take back here?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to move the nettle cyst over onto this 1/1.
There we go.
That's how I don't die as easily. That's the line.
I've drawn my card for the turn. So now it's just Hewegg, eh?
Pardon?
So it's a 1/1. It's what is it now?
This is a 7/7.
Oofa.
Yeah, it's
Oofa
a 7/7
doofa.
flyer. It cannot butt breathe, but it is still chonky in the skies.
Oh no. I don't have any good attacks.
That was the hope.
Let's see. All right. So next turn, Serge untaps and attacks with 2 things that fly. That's just a big problem. He's also got that second blue source that he was looking for. I have 1 flying blocker. So we'll say I chump the bigger of the 2, and I'll take 4. How much is that thing normally?
You'd only take 2. If you block the biggest
take
one, you
2.
take the smaller one, so you avoid lethal. So you'd only take 2 in the air.
So I take 2 in the air, and then I can trade for the Gorgon on the ground.
Yeah, so I probably don't attack on the ground.
Yeah. So I'd take 2 in the air, and you'd get my dragon. That's pretty good. I don't have any good attacks. So I'm going to say go and see what I draw next turn. I have a lot of land, though, so whatever I draw, I can definitely cast.
Another artifact
Like, if I
land.
attack, I'm Daub. Ugh, that's fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Good. 7. Oh, why'd I play that land first? That was really bad. No, that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
as per game rules, you played a land, but no other actions were taken.
Right, so I can literally take it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tournament Magic. All right, let us actually do that. Let's keep this at 6. Because what I want to do is I actually want to cast the Hada's Ploy first.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw 2. And then discard a card. Yeah. All right, it changed nothing. I'm going to play exactly the same Mistfault Bridge again.
And you gain 1 because you discarded 1 card?
I did gain a life. You're right. You're right. That's not nothing. That's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Wow, what a good card.
Kathleen.
Yes.
I attack you in the air.
I block.
You block? Yeah. Goodbye.
I must live, right?
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to move the equipment over to the 2/2.
Yep.
And then say go.
Let's see. Why do they both have to fly? It's so annoying. All right. So I do the thing. I have no flying blockers. I'm dead next turn. I'm dead next turn, no matter what. Probably. He's got... All right, well...
Time to just swing out, see what happens?
Yeah, well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this game to an end. I'm going to play fast. I'm going to discard a card and draw 2 cards and see what happens. Let's see. And then I'm going to scoop it up because there's no way to deal with that situation. Let's go to game 3.
Oofa.
I'm almost curious if I'm not supposed to move the Nettle Cyst over because I can keep white mana up and keep the creature alive, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised because then I can just kill it. Not that it really does anything. I'd maybe get a bit more damage through next turn and then I was going to get some damage through and then die on the crackback.
Like, I don't know how important it is for me to have 2 flyers there. So if I don't move it over and I keep extra white mana open, I can keep them both there. But moving it over discourages you from attacking because then I kill instead of being able to chump block. So it's like...
Yeah.
If you don't, I don't think you're too worried about dying necessarily once you get to that amount of life, but you find yourself in a position where you can, if Kathleen has like a shock, like a 2 damage spell, or that enchantment that gives -4/-4, if you don't move it back to the gargoyle, then you kind of just play around more things. And including more things that are you play around more things, even if it is just a little bit more defensively.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
So you agree that moving it there was bad, right?
Yeah, I don't think you need to move it. I think that's the big thing.
So there's another line where I actually take a 1/1 token out of my graveyard, and no, I don't do that at all because then I end up trading a 1/1 on the ground for a 1/1 in the air, and the air is much more valuable. The amount of things I had to keep in mind because you had that exhume creature in your graveyard, Kathleen, unearth. There it is. That's the word.
There we go.
Was a lot for me to have to play around. There's like so many lines that we didn't even really talk about that just couldn't exist because of that play. That was a really fun game. I hope people enjoyed watching that game.
I enjoyed playing it, so I don't really care if they enjoyed watching it.
I felt like we just played a game of chess. Heck yeah, Kathleen.
I enjoyed watching it.
You know what? This isn't great, but I'm going to keep it.
I also like that there's a lot of... You know what that reminded me of? That actually reminded me of playing with Josh Lane. Just like playing with somebody who's just really good and is just very big on like, yeah, let's be very open and transparent about the lines that are on the board. So we're both considering the same thing. And because... board state actions are public. It's the unknown information that's in players' hands that makes the game very fun, very challenging. You're like, that's the only thing we both don't know about, right? I'll try this handout. So let's be let's be very frank. Let's be very open about the public information and about the potential lines and the consequences therein. But let's, not speculate at all about the unknown information. I love it. I'm going to keep the 7. How about you?
I'm going to keep this 7 too.
Good luck, friend.
I'm going to play first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play It's a plains. Go ahead.
Oh.
You taking a page from my book last game. I'm going to play a Rust Vale Bridge. Pardon me, this is a Ready Whitey duel, and say go.
All right. I'm going to draw my card for the turn. All right, well, I was hoping that would be a land. Go ahead.
Draw from the top. I'm going to play this Blacky Bluey duel
Oof.
called the Mist Vault Bridge, and say go.
Phew. All right, I'm going to play a Guilt Blade Prowler. I can pay 1 and tap her and pay a life to draw a card. And I can activate it only if I've discarded a card this turn.
Very cool.
So as you can see, I've got to pay on every single metric after I've already paid.
No.
All right, untap, draw. Oh, and with playing this, I have now completed all 5 perfect colors.
That's illegal.
I apologize.
Oh my god.
Judge, my opponent has perfect mana.
On turn 3, and I also have the
Oh.
turn 3 Nettle Cyst.
I'll allow it, but only because I'll let you get that Vindicate to blow up the basic forest. Or I guess this Nettle Cyst now that it hit the table.
Go to you.
I mean, he did say he'd allow it. That's why I kept this hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow up that nettle cyst. Christ. That ruined my day.
Yeah, goodbye.
I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Yeah,
What if
I get 2'd.
What if we made a cranial plating that also just came with a creature
Yeah,
and
no
also
kidding.
buffed its toughness?
Do, 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 do.
This is when Serge plays his second copy of Nettle Cyst.
I'm going to cast Fey Offering
Oh.
and say go. Hey, I didn't
That
pop
seems like
off
a-
even once the previous game, so, you know, just...
You're allowed to pop off.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you.
No worries, you get 2 extra minutes.
Give you a time extension.
Speaking
for
of a
popping up.
pop-off,
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna attack you for 5.
Help!
Whoa.
Judge, I believe I was given permission to pop off, not my opponent.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Kathleen did, however, produce a voucher for 1 beatdown.
Oh.
And she chose to redeem it right here, right now.
That's so awkward. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that, can I?
Serge, your mana is so good this game.
Thank you. I'm still dying, but thank you. I'm gonna say go ahead.
All right, I have to discard to Rakdos Headliner. I'm gonna put Archfiend of Sorrows in the bin.
Okay, thank God it's not Lurgoy or whatever.
I'm gonna draw for the turn. And I'm going to... who am I kidding? I'm gonna bash you.
All right, I
For
have
5
effects
again.
this time.
Oh.
I'm going to pay 3,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to cast Dihada's Ploy, draw 2, then discard a card, and gain life equal to the number of cards you've discarded. Draw
Okay.
1, draw 2, fantastic. And I'm going to discard this Terminal Agony. But wait! It has Madness. Goes into the Exile Zone. I'll choose to pay its Madness cost and deal kill your 3/3. So this is Terminal Agony.
Ouch.
And then I still believe I've discarded 1 card, so I gain 1 life off of the ploy.
Yep.
So
14.
instead of taking 5, I'll take 1.
You take...
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
1 in total,
You can take
or
2,
take
and
2
then
from the
you-
attack.
you gain
there.
1 and then take 2. And...
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I'm okay with that trade. I got in 3 damage and 8 of Terminal Agony. That's fine.
Is this line worth? I think the answer is yes. I think the
Okay.
answer is yes. All right. So I'm going to play this basic land. And now I'm going to play an Academy Manufacturer.
Ooh.
So I have the combo. That Academy Manufacturer is a 3-mana 1/3. If you would create a clue, food, or treasure token, create one of each instead. No, you're reaching like you've got a removal spell right now. I have priority.
I know. I don't have a removal spell right now.
All right, I'm going to pay 3 mana. And I'm going to cast Crack Open, targeting my own indestructible land. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and then create a treasure token. So this is the question. Is trading this Crack Open for no value worth getting a clue, a treasure, and a food?
Yes, because you get 2 clues, 2 treasures, and 2 foods.
Well, not quite. When I pass the turn, Fey Offering triggers, and I get 3 of each. I get, Fey Offering says I get a clue, a treasure, and a food token. But Academy Manufacturer says for each time I make 1, I get 3. So I've turned 1 Crack Open into 4 clues, 4 treasures, and 4 food.
Jesus.
And
I hate
think,
this.
I think that's worth. I think that's worth.
Oh no.
Wheeler's laughing makes me think I might be on the right page there.
This is
I'm losing this game. This is amazing.
This is gluttonous. This is like
I say go.
This is commander level shenanigans, Serge, and I'm proud of you.
this is great. Wow. It's incredible what you can do with 6 booster packs. Like, yeah. All right.
That's your
All
turn,
right.
Kathleen.
Okay. But how awkward is this? That's actually fine.
My nettle cyst would have been so lurge right now, just so thick.
How big is that thing?
This is a 1/3.
Oh.
Oh, you had the sword. Okay, cool.
All right. So this is now a 4/5.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 to equip as well.
Oh yes.
Kathleen.
All right.
I was like, what are the chances she has exactly the sword, which as far as I know is the only target for my Crack Open? And then you did. All right, cool.
Then I'm going to declare attacks.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to opt not to block here.
All right. So I'm
And
going to
go
get a
to 8.
land. I'm going to get a mountain. I'm going to shuffle up.
I want to draw my squirrel.
I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play Bone Shards to get rid of your Academy Manufacturer, sacrificing my Guilt Blade Prowler.
Yeah, that happens. Okay. Goodbye, dear prince. You did make me...
I think you got enough value.
Yeah, you did get me pretty good value there.
You have so much stuff. But I got a second red source, so I'm actually okay with that. I mean, it's not great. I had to get rid of that thing. I was kind of hoping you'd just block. But,
Yeah,
you know.
I think I'm happy to trade for 2 cards there.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, end step. I'm going to sack 2 treasures to sacrifice 1 clue to draw 1 card. Very good.
Oh no.
Untap. Untap. Draw for the turn. Very good.
Oh no. 2 very goods. That's double plus good.
How could he? So... You can hit me for about a bajillion next turn, and I don't like that. Don't die, though. I'm going to play a Tanglewood Bridge tap. That's a greeny bluey. And I'm going to cast a Knighted Mirror. I don't have a non-creature spell, unfortunately, and I will pass.
Oh. All right. Yeah. It's not really tapped.
We have ourselves another very interesting game of Magic here, Kathleen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it. I wonder if this is going to be one of the more iconic commons from the set, the Knighted Mirror. I know it's sort of overperformed in the PPR in terms of like holding people back and making combat math really awkward. I wonder when people draft the set if they'll look back and be like, oh yeah, that common... I mean, the Rakdos with haste that you have is also kind of a big deal. That's a common as well, or is that an uncommon?
I think that
I
one's
don't
an
remember.
uncommon.
Yeah, it is. It's an uncommon.
Okay, that makes sense. It's very good.
But like, people could just die to this card. Like, if you're at a low enough life total, I don't know how often you can afford to, you know, let a Knighted Mirror plus a certain amount of mana and cards in their hand through.
Yeah, right? Yeah, totally. What did you cast?
I cast a Kitchen Imp. It has haste.
Ooh.
And I'm going to put my Sword of Hearth and Home on it. So.
That's truly unfortunate. Yeah, okay.
And it flies, and I'm going to hit you for 4.
It does fly, and you are hitting me for 4. Okay, I'm going to 4.
I'm going to go put a land on the battlefield. And then I'm going to blink my Kitchen Imp. I know technically my sword's not tapped, but then I'm going to pay to re-equip it, so it's got protection from white. And then I'm
Poor
going
Knighted
to say
Mirror.
go.
And then you're going to say go?
Yeah. I'm out. I have no more land.
End step. I'm going to sack another clue.
Whoa.
Untap, untap, untap. Draw for the turn. Protection from white. A.
Yes.
Why you do this to me, Kathleen? Why? All right. I have a really cool spell.
It was my rare.
Well, here's my rare. I have Dakin.
No. Oh no.
So a blue, a black, and a white, but it's a white planeswalker, so its negative ability to exile your creature doesn't work because it's being protected by the sword. Now it does enter with loyalty equal to the number of lands I control, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has 8 loyalty.
Dang.
I'm going to -6, which allows me to take an artifact from my hand or from my graveyard and put it into play. That's how that -6 works, right?
Yeah.
That dang Nettle Cyst.
I was thinking Nettle Cyst, but if I get Nettle Cyst... it's Living Weapon. It comes back and it lives through... I was actually thinking of the Academy Manufacturer, but maybe the Nettle Cyst. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. It's a Living Weapon. It's going to bring back this Precious Germ. Oh, sorry, Phyrexian. I always mistake those words. And then
that's not worrying at all.
Secondly, I'm going to cast this Fairground Patroller.
Uh-huh.
So I've now cast a non-creature spell and a creature spell, so my Fey offerings will trigger.
Right.
And I'm going to pass. And then so it's going to give me 1 additional clue, 1 additional treasure, and 1 additional food token. And I will say go. Oh, and this is currently 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's
Yikes.
16, 16.
Yikes. All right. I am going to play this land. I'm going to... Let's see... 2, 4, 5... I'm going to unearth this Archfiend of Sorrows.
Yeah, I'm going to respond to that.
Okay.
So you can hit me for 4 in the air and potentially on the ground. This is enough of a blocker that I can eat the ground creature unless you also have a removal spell for
Serge.
it.
Both
Hi.
my creatures fly. This flies.
I will not respond, and both of my creatures will die. Okay. It also flies?
The kitchen imp flies.
So I want you to know, Archfiend of Sorrows flying, I had no idea about that when I was doing all of the math in the previous game playing around it. I thought it was just a 4 or 5 donkey that hit the ground. The thing flies?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for telling me that. Okay, that's fine.
How much food can you eat, I suppose?
I have access to 6 mana, so I can eat 3 food, which would put me at 10, which is out of lethal range.
That's plus 9 life, so you'd be at 13.
That puts me at 13, which is out of lethal range.
I think am I just dead to this stupid
I thought it was
nettle
2 food
cyst?
each, not 3 food each, or 2 life versus 3. Are you
right.
dead to the germ? I don't know.
All right, I'm going to, and I have a judge question. I'm going to attack because why not? So eat your food.
I have to. Yeah, I have to eat the food or die. So I'm going to pay 2 and eat a food, gaining me 3 life. That puts me to 7. And then I'm going to pay 1 and sack a treasure to eat another food, putting me to 10. So I will be at 10, and then I will say, do your worst, Devere.
Well, I have a question for Wheeler. Wheeler, what
Yep.
if I blink my Archfiend of Sorrows?
So Unearth has Unearth basically says if it would leave the battlefield after it's been unearthed, it gets exiled.
Yeah,
So-
for any
Okay.
reason.
Yeah.
Just checking.
It's good to check, because, like, Evoke works the way you want it to. Unearth is very particular, though. I didn't want people to abuse them shenanigans. But you can sack it before it gets
can-
exiled to Unearth.
Yes. If I don't have a sacrifice outlet.
Anything before
well-
damage?
No.
All right, I will go to 2. God, can you imagine if I played around it very conservatively and then she had, like, sudden shock or something and I died?
I wish. I'm actually going to blink my Archfiend of Sorrows because it's going to go anyhow, and I'm going to play out an Obsidian Charmaw. Is a 4/4.
Charmaw.
Okay.
Chom. All right. Go ahead.
Untap. Oh, by the way, I'm down to 13 on the Nettle Cyst currently.
Okay.
Draw for the turn. Oh, heck. I wasn't supposed to draw for the... It's fine. It's fine. What a game we have again, friend!
I know.
I attack you for 13. Can't block anyways.
I take 13.
All right, take 13. Good. I'm going to Surveil. Look at the top 2. I'll put both of these lands into my graveyard. Excellent. Good. That's what we wanted. Oh, am I dead here because of that misplay? No, of course not. Of course not. Why would I be dead here? I'm going to pay 3 mana, and I'm going to cast this Marble Gargoyle. The Butt Breather is back.
Is he white? Is he a white creature?
It's a white artifact creature, yes.
Okay.
God, that was such a huge misplay.
So the Sista's up to a 14-14 now?
Yeah, I have more plays.
Mmm.
And then I'm going to cast Late to Dinner, which is a reanimation spell, targeting my Academy manufacturer. So here's a judge question for Wheeler.
Yeah.
Late to Dinner says, return target creature to the battlefield, create a food token. Will Academy manufacturer be in play, turning that food token into one of each?
I believe so, yes. It
Yeah,
gets
'cause
returned to play, and this isn't a triggered ability, it's a replacement effect.
Yeah.
And then while it's in play, then
I should have
you
done this
then create a
first
food
because this would have
token.
attacked for 1,000,000. And then she would have had to block. Wow, that's 2 big misplays. That's fine. Okay, so my 1 food token turns into 1 of each.
Yes.
That's frustrating because that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Bet you she would have chumped 19. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I would have taken it. It's not 20.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, not 20. Heck
Love
yeah.
that. Love that.
It ain't 20. Yeah, all right.
28 dead.
I pay 1 and 1 here to move it. I'm going to take 8 in the air. That's bad. I'm going to pay 1 and sack a treasure to equip my nettle cyst onto this bird. And then I'm going to pass in my end step, file offerings triggers because I cast a creature spell, a non-creature spell. Academy Manufacturer means I'm going to get 3 more clues, 3 more treasures, 3 more food tokens. So
How much food can you pay to eat right now?
Give me a second to do some math. I have a bunch of treasure tokens, so an amount.
All right.
So this puts this up to 7 clues. This puts us up to 5 treasure. And this puts it up to 7 food. So I can eat 3. I can gain 9 life.
All right, there's some draws here that could get me out of this.
Go.
But, like, how the tables have turned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not a basic swamp. So you have a huge flying blocker.
It's ginormous.
Now.
That's not even correct. Yeah.
So
It's a 25-25.
can you block something that has
No,
like...
I cannot block Pro White. Your creature effectively has evasion.
Oh, that's kind of cool then.
Yeah, because
Well.
it flies, my only flyer is a white creature, which I can't block.
Declare attacks.
I can't block 4 damage. I'm going to...
It's 6 damage.
I guess I will pay 2 treasures. Down to 3. To eat 1 food. That puts me to 5. And then 2 treasures. Eat 1 food. That puts me to 8.
All right.
So I'll
resolve
take
the
6 and go to 2.
Yeah. Resolve the triggers. I'm gonna pay to re-equip my Obsidian Charmaw just because it's slightly larger. I don't think
Yeah.
it really matters.
And if you can
Gives
do
it
any
Pro
damage
White.
right now, I don't have enough mana to eat any other food.
Yeah, I wish I don't have any other, unfortunately, mana
Okay.
either. I don't have anything. My hand is empty and I drew a land.
Okay. Oh,
But
what a
I
game!
can make... I know, but I can make it the same, but you just have slightly less food, right?
Yeah.
And slightly less treasure.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. Untap. On my upkeep, I have effects.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm going to forecast this piercing rays.
Ooh.
So reveal it during your upkeep. Tap target untapped creature. I'm going to tap your black creature.
Yes, that makes sense.
All right, I put this into my hand. Draw for the turn. White and white and 1. I'd like to exile your flyer. All right, second order of business. I'm going to move Nettle Cyst over onto my Academy Manufacturer. I have to recalculate this. 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Going to attack you with a 21-23 artifact creature.
I'm gonna block it with my protection from white creature.
This is an
Oh,
artifact.
it's not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
It's an
switched it
artifact.
specifically to the creature that isn't white.
Well, I must chump because otherwise I will die.
That was the hope.
I'd like to have one more draw step to see what can happen here.
And then I will plus Dakin to Surveil 2. And I will...
All right, dead next turn unless I
I'll
can
leave
deal
both
with
on
this.
top. Leave both on top and say go.
All right, draw
Okay.
a card for the turn.
Card of the cards.
It's a dermo taxi.
Choo-choo!
Choo choo! Nobody to wield my sword.
Oh,
Oh.
Kathleen!
Serge, what a game!
Holy smokes.
What a series!
What an amazing game. Well, that was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Your deck is amazing. I am surprised I held on so long against such a ruthless onslaught.
Well, the big thing is it's like combo versus aggro, sort of traditionally, right? Like if you can get under my deck before it sets up and starts to do unfair things, my deck is very slow. And you saw how long it took to dirtle in a couple of other games. So you're like, I think our matchup is pretty close. I think in a lot of these games, you're actually probably winning and probably favored to win if I don't get like the god draw like I did. So
That's the kind of matchup that you could play like 20 games and there wouldn't be much overlap between, like, it would always feel kind of fresh.
yeah,
You know? Like there are just so many different ways that each deck can develop, and yeah, you got your big splashy cards, but like, I mean, wow, that was a roller coaster. And I mean, if you want to watch more roller coaster like matches of Magic, results may vary.
Segue. What a segue.
There are 2 other pre-recorded videos like this in the bonus rounds of the Modern Horizons 2 sealed pre-release that you can find right here at youtube.com/LRRMTG, as well as the complete VOD for the complete PPR for Modern Horizons 2. Wow. Heck of a round of Magic there, you two. Thank you very much. That was great.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure as always, Kathleen.
Oh.
Thank you, Serge. Great games. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.